Let's go, Tennessee fans. You done it again. You're taking care of business versus Mark Stoops, the single most overrated coach in the SEC over the past decade. Holy crap. You start off here with Joey Aguilar looking off to the right, works all the way back to the left. And this is a good job right here by Mike Matthews. You could have worked this check down to Kitzelman if you wanted to, and boom. Obviously, this Tennessee offense, very simple when it comes to these deep comeback routes. And obviously, Mike, in this situation, we never want you to cut back this way. Let's just take these yards. Let's not try and get too sexy. And, well, he does cut back. He does make the first guy miss. Obviously, a weird Brazzell game last week. This week, he gets right back on track early in this one. And Tennessee does a whole lot of this, right? You show a guard pulling, and he comes around and takes care of the edge. And then guess what? You're just doing a longer play action fake. You could see that the center, 56, does eventually get beat, but Aguilar waits till the very last second to throw this up. Boom. Takes maximum punishment to get this football here to Chris, and it is an easy walk-in touchdown. Really badly for number 20 for Kentucky, just getting absolutely stuffed into a locker by Chris Brazzell in this game. We didn't show you a defensive touchdown by Tennessee in this one. What a day for defensive touchdowns in the SEC, by the way. One in the Auburn game. You had a big one, obviously, in the Alabama game, and you get one here in the Tennessee-Kentucky game. I think a lot of you remember that Jalen Wright rushing touchdown in Lexington a few years ago. And this one kind of felt like this, where you had a really good seal at the end, get a good second-level block, and basically Star Thomas is untouched through here, okay? Now, of course, you would like to see him actually find a way to get this into the end zone, but still really, really, really good blocking. And so Tennessee just basically stuck with this action, right? Play action, you pull the guard around to hold this side of the line of scrimmage, and guess what? It's a heavy, heavy, heavy protection, right? You have the play action, you have the weird action of the guard pulling around in a pass set, and then, of course, you have the running back, and then you have Kitzelman, who starts off as a blocker and then leaks out, right? So it just generates a lot of time for these routes to get open down the field, and Aguilar clean as a whistle back there. Look at this throw. Boom. On the end breaker. You love to see it. Yeah, weird one here for Joey Aguilar. I don't have my all 22 yet to break this one down. But to me, it does look like you just want to work this shallow drag. You hit that to Mike right there on the right hash. He could make this a spicy fourth down situation. Aguilar was getting hit while he was throwing. But does this get home here? I think this does, or at the very least, it gets you into that extended field goal or go-for-it range. Let's go to this 3rd and 6 at the end of the second quarter. You still have a timeout left, and look at this throw right here by Aguilar to squeeze this in to move the chains. Look at that. Boom. Love to see it. You're probably wondering, where's Staley in all of this? Well, he gets the biggest catch of this drive, right? Really good pass set. This is obviously dropping 7 back into coverage. And this is the downside of when you play this soft defensively. You're kind of static, right? It's a typical 4-man rush. Aguilar kind of knows where everybody is on this rush. And, man, this is just really ballsy quarterback play. You can see he's thinking about resetting. He keeps a wide base, and he's able to get this ball out pretty quickly while getting hit. And look at where it ends up being placed. Look at that. Boom. Okay, you could make a case that could have been delivered sooner, but it gets there. So if my tight end wears a single digit, he better be a dude, right? Who remembers Jason Witten wearing Uno while on Rocky Top? Ethan Davis, man, this was some of the best football he's played in his career. And I don't know exactly what Kentucky's coverage was supposed to be, or if this Mike backer should have gotten more depth. But look at that throw. Look at that catch. Boom. Beautiful. So it's rare, and I mean rare, to see one corner get abused like number 20 for Kentucky did. I'm not even going to look up his name because I'm afraid he's going to see this. I hate picking on the guy, but Tennessee just kept going after it. Aguilar this was definitely one of his better games, feeling out pockets and just staying comfortable. And he is just one of the better deep ball throwers you'll see. Look at that. Boom. Right there to Mike Matthews. I mean, this ball is a freaking heave. Look, he is on his own 30, 31. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60 in the air, almost on the dot. Look at that. And 6, the other corner's like, hey, let me get some of this work too. So it's a vertical, and it's Brazzell, and you should throw this versus almost every press man corner. Maybe not Mansour Delane of LSU, or I don't know, but holy crap. I think if any corner's in press man, you should throw this up to Brazzell. He's just that freaking good. Boom. Aguilar, man, he's such a gifted deep ball thrower. Joey hits another vertical here over the deep middle. And once again, this Tennessee pass pro was so good in this game. I know it was a tough game for Bishop on the ground. We'll talk about that some in this film study. But someone does eventually crash through. But that's something about Aguilar. He's not afraid to sit in there until the last moment. And boom, he's able to hit Staley over, once again, the deep middle. This was a weird game from Tennessee because you see the defensive, opportunistic nature of this team, right? This Tennessee defense was absolutely torched in this game, but a lot of it was because Tennessee was playing with such a big lead, and it just naturally causes your defense to play much soft. Bishop does score here, so it wasn't just a shutdown performance, but Aguilar just took advantage of this game. 396 passing yards, ridiculously high QBR. This was just total domination from this Tennessee offense. But defensively, you do begin to worry some. And you'll have an Oklahoma team coming off a loss. And I've got to show this play. I understand that they're tired, this Kentucky defense. I understand they know that the game is over. You're down by 22 points. But look at this good old-fashioned smash mouth tackle football. We're not pulling anybody. We're just getting big, baby. Look at a fullback. You have a tight end leading the way through. There's just nothing fancy about this. Boom! Look at this. Look at this beautiful bean footage, y'all. Look at this. And then can we have a running back just run through some arm tackles? Yes, we can. Yes, we mother freaking can. Star Thomas representing Louisiana. Let's go, the Pelican State, my home state. Let's go, Star. Finish stronger, baby. Finish stronger. So, obviously, I'm really excited about this Tennessee team. Can they win out and actually get to the freaking college football playoff? Wow. This Vanderbilt game at the end of the year is starting to get a little spicy as well. So let me know what you guys think down below, and we'll talk to you soon, okay? It is Power Hour SEC. Boom! And tonight we are doing fried fish.